Alright, the light bulb of creativity is on, so you know what that means. Let's get creating. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we start doing some work for somebody, and this is one of the projects he wants me to do. And exactly what is it, what we're working on? Well, you see it before you. What you have before you is a 1977 Dodge Ramcharger snowplow. It's a very nice casting, really like it and everything, and it's super sharp and it looks pretty good. But what we're going to do to it, the owner of it is unhappy with it, and I wish there was something I could do about something, but I don't have any way to do it. But he wants to change the top color. The owner of this vehicle wants to change the top color to white. You know, back in the day, some of them had white tops, some of them had the top color to match. But if you look real closely here, you can see that it's been repaired. It has been snapped every time, and there's really not much I can do for that. I'm going to try to lightly sand it. I don't know if that'll fix it or not. We're going to try and then hit it with the primer real good and see if that works. But there's a little chip missing. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't have any kind of plastic filler or anything like that that I could fix it with. But the first thing we need to do with this is get it cleaned up real good, get it degreased, and then we can go from there. But what I am going to do is try to lightly sand this. They've got to put back pretty good, and I think that if I hit it really good with my primer, that I may be able to hide most of that. But I just want to see if I can get rid of any of that glue buildup. Try something a little softer than that. That's all I'm doing, is just trying to get rid of some of that glue buildup. Because this is going to be primed and painted anyway, so it's not really going to matter. Oh yeah, that's a lot better already. Then we're going to take it in here and wash it with soap and water. And then we're going to have to try to tape off the glass inside and out so that we don't get anything on it. And that's going to be the hard part, not getting anything on the glass. But yeah, that's a lot better, that's a lot smoother. But the owner of the truck wants this painted a flat white. We're going to do flat white or matte white. I have some flat white, and I'll show you what I'm going to use in a second, but I have some flat white, I have matte clear, and then if I don't like that, he said if it doesn't look good, use my own judgment. If I don't like it, change it to whatever I want to change it to. So I can change it over to semi-gloss or gloss, whatever I want to do. He gave me permission to use my own judgment, trying to make this a little smoother on the edges, because there's a really sharp edge where they didn't get it back perfect. So I'm trying to sand that down just a hair, because I can touch this up with chrome pen if I have to. Alright, we've got it all cleaned up. Got our hands all nice and washed. So now I'm going to put everything up. We're going to dry that, tape that off, and go from there. Now yes, I'll be handling it with my hands, so there will be getting some oils and stuff on there during the taping process, but the main thing is to start with it clean. And I can go back and hit it with some isopropyl alcohol, and that'll get rid of the oils from my fingers. Alright, now we're just going to dry it off really good. And I will probably have to touch up some of the silver around this anyway, so if I get a little bleed through or something, it really won't matter. Just for the simple fact of some of it's rubbed off and everything, so I may have to do a little bit of work to that later on anyway. And there's nothing I can do about that. It's already on there. Looks like some glue got on their fingers or something when they was repairing it before. Sorry about that. I can't fix that. Alright, we got this taped up nice now. I'm not looking for perfection, because I can come back and touch up the chrome if I need to. But the main thing is we don't want to get any color on the glass itself. That's the main thing that we're after, because that would be such a pain to get off. There's that window and there's that window. I know, they make stuff that you can put on this to mask it off. You just paint it on and let it dry. But I don't have any of that. I cannot get it locally and I don't have time to order it. So that is why I'm doing it this way. Yes, it is time consuming, but it's never let me down in the past, and I highly doubt it's going to let me down this time. Alright, there we go. Got that all taped off. Now we'll take it, we'll wipe it down with some isopropyl alcohol, and then we will be ready to start spraying. Tuck this in just a little bit more. Like so. And then we'll be ready to start spraying. Now I've got it all primed up. We're going to let it dry till tomorrow, and then we'll start painting it. Alright, so it started working. It was filling in the crack, but I just did not like the way it was looking. Let me show you. It's going to be really hard for you to see it in this lighting, but you can see the crack going all the way across there, and it's looking good. I like the finish on it. It's nice and smooth and buttery smooth, but you can just see that crack, and I just don't like that. So what I did was took it right up to Hobby Lobby, seeing what they had, and the only thing they had that I can use is this contour putty. That's the only thing they had, so we're gonna give that a try. I've never used it before, but I mean, gotta do what you gotta do, and that's what it's made for. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand this crack, sand it back off. Give me something where I can bear down on it and not mess anything up. And sand it back off. And put that on it. Give it a little while to dry, day or so, and then come back and sand it, try priming it again. That's all we can do, right? Alright. And actually what it's starting to do is it's starting to sand through the color. And I don't want that over to the other side where you can see it, because it's a clear plastic and it's got red tint on both sides. So it's starting to sand through to where you can see the color, so I don't want that to happen. So I'll stop there, and now we're going to try this putty, see how it does. Hope it works pretty good. I don't know. Never used it before, like I said. It doesn't say how to apply it or anything, so I'm just going to put it on here. However much I think I need. And I'm just going to level it out. Try to pack it down in the crack. And if I feel like if I need any more, put some more on there. Alright, I've already got the inside painted, as you can see. But painting it is just like priming. Light coats, name of the game. Just work your way all the way around it. And then hit it long ways. Once, twice. We'll let that dry and put another coat on it until we get the color we want. Alright, back at the workstation. Let's get this other light on so we can see. There we go. Sorry about that. Now here we are. We have the push truck again, the snowplow truck, whatever you want to call it. Very nice casting, very nice indeed. And when the top came to us, it was red. The owner of it wanted it changed to match the side colors. He said he wanted the top flat, but he left it up to me, which I greatly appreciate that, because you know, sometimes whenever you're doing something and things change or just don't look right, and you need to be able to make that call. So he left it up to me. So what I did is I went ahead and painted it flat white like he said, and I put it on. I repaired first. We primed it to see if we could hide the crack. Couldn't hide the crack, so I sanded it down, put the filler on it, fixed the crack, painted it white, flat white, and put it on here, and it just didn't look right to me. And you know, looking at this casting, you can see it's glossy. So I went ahead, instead of putting flat or matte clear on it, I put gloss clear on it, and it's right under here. So let's get this bad boy out and see how it looks. Look at the clear on that bad boy. There's a few little bubbles in it, but we can live with that considering what we started with. I mean, I think that thing just looks so good. It's not 100%, but it is a lot better than what it was. A lot better than what it was. And here's how it looks on the car. I still got to tape it off, take the tape off and everything, but it's a very, very close match, wouldn't you say? Very close. It's not perfect by no means, but it looks a lot better than it did. I touched up the chrome on it, and I think it turned out really good. Got to clean it up a little bit. Got to wait on everything to dry overnight, but I mean, he wasn't too worried about it. He said just do the best I can, and I've got to touch up that chrome on the bottom of that window. As you can see, it's kind of messy, but I don't have the real small chrome pen, so I had to do it with the big one, but I think it turned out pretty good to be that size and everything. So we're going to let it dry and move on to the next project. We're going to call that one done. Thank you all so very much for watching. I really enjoyed doing this one, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.